It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where London will play host to a different kind of football. It's the Browns and the reigning Super Bowl champs, next on Madden Football.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Cleveland Browns and our home team. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry for Nick Chubb. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A good run. Back to throw. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on them.
Touchdown, Browns! Harrison Bryant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week. There was no answer for him defensively. Over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns to boot.
And that was a fun film to watch because a few of those runs, it was apparent he was just and his team is hoping that carries over to this week as well.
Catches made. before he's out of bounds. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status. Kevin Stefanski consulted with his guys above, and they've told him throw that.
90 Wolf. Takes 3. 218 jump.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Rolling to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call.
Come on, baby, we gotta do our job.
So they get the flag for pass interference. Big call there on 4th down.
But it's the right call, and as much as I want to see them play through incidental contact, he's definitely there too early.
Lawrence's throw complete there to Beckham. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play that time on the catch and run.
This would make the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays. And there's an example of that right there.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Flush to his right. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Down right around the 25. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd and 9 now. Going for it all. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead.
Ready. 8-3. Recon, 132 fighter.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Off the option, here's Etienne. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. From midfield now, Lawrence eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. We're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll drop to throw.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Now back to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good
and he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Grover Stewart able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lawrence. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. And down he'll go at the 25. That'll give him 8 that time. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A give, it's ETN off the option. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Ertz has it left side. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. This one complete to Scott Miller. And now this is going to be close. The defense. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. I've been around enough of these coaches and enough things along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. He's to the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead.
Hey, Charlie!
Play action. It's Lawrence. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. DK Metcalf. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Coup for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession. You start prorating these rushing numbers and looking ahead, he could be on pace for a 2,000-yard season. I don't want to jinx him, but what a year to this point.
But you just did.
Sorry?
That's okay. No, he can overcome that.
I'm not apologizing to you.
No.
Okay?
I like your attitude. But you're right. What's got to happen for it to actually occur? Offensive line has continued blocking the way they've been blocking. He has to stay healthy. But also, it's not just the idea that he's going to run the football, but you got to run it against numbers that dictate you throwing the football. Sometimes when you have 6 to block and you only have 5 guys, you've got to block them anyway, and he has to make someone miss as well the rest of the year. There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1. At the Jaguars 39.
On play action, they'll throw. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown. Jarvis Landry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
London about set to take over on offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real.
This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacted the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around. You definitely would have liked to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Room here to run. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 130 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Looks like they went for the combo plate there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one, unsuccessfully.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he's in for the touchdown. And the final play of the first half, the prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. Well, I know we hold off on the halftime update after all. Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip something out at the second level. Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And he'll be brought down right in midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They go play action now. Lawrence. He'll buy some time right. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, it took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed in the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
back to the ground with ETN. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
2nd and 10. Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
And all the way down to the 24-yard line. 186 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
They'll run with Chubb, and he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Parkey with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Travis Etienne and the Jags offense set to take over again here. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself, at this moment, getting to this spot.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
16-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lawrence flushed out right. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Greg Newsome. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Browns drive about to get started. Turnover that just got him the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, though?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the...
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Protein spell.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Lawrence will throw. And he finds McLaurin. And he is going to have a Jags first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. It's a throw again as Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zach Ertz, his first back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Now Youngway coup for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this one too low.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Eluding the pressure right. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
On play action, Lawrence. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to get the football here. The ball will come out to the... The Browns drive about to get started. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. An opening for Chubb on 1st down as he dashes forward for about 7. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves them with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout. as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
36-yard line.
They go play action with Lawrence. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Chubb. There he goes left side. He's at the 40, the 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A big offensive explosion.